look at what I found. This is a 20 amp switch, a lighted switch, so I know when it's on. And this is a 20 amp receptacle with a circuit breaker built into it. So now just come down, flip it on, the pump will kick on. I get the water, then when I'm done, I'll just turn it back off. And I can leave this plugged in all the times. Now, all I have to do is hook the other end of this wire up into a breaker in the breaker panel in the utility shed, but that's gonna wait until tomorrow. I got a few things I wanna go and do tonight, so I'll catch back up with you guys tomorrow. If you haven't seen my previous video of hooking up these two additional breakers, I'll leave it up here in the corner. I think it's this corner. I'll put a link up to it there where I added like this outlet right here and one on the outside so I could plug my trucks into. What I want to do is add one more breaker right below this one. It's going to be a regular 20 amp. Just like this one here, since I got a GFC outlet down at the wellhead, so I don't need the GFCA outlet here. The trees just look so beautiful. Here's the wire that goes out to the outlets down by the well. I'm gonna pull out, I don't know, 10 or 20 feet because I don't know exactly where this breaker panel is gonna go in relation to like this hole where all the wire and everything comes up out. So I wanna leave myself more than enough wire when time comes to move this to its permanent home inside my house that I'm going to be building here in a couple years. I want to make sure I have enough wire that I don't have to splice it anywhere. So I'm going to leave probably 20 feet. Come on. Okay, there's that. The white is hooked up. Now I have to stick this in. Oops. Okay, if this works correctly, when I flip the switch up to on, this should light up. Yep, I saw the light come on. I have my tester here, and when I plug it in, these two lights should turn green and this one should not do anything. If I can get it in. I'm not gonna be able to, the box isn't big enough. It's kind of amazing. I have next to nothing that plugs in that I can carry around with me. So I got this extension cord and the light comes on in the plug area. So let's plug this in and see what happens. Okay, that's not good. I have no light. So I wired something incorrectly. Turn it off and I still have no light. And I did confirm this up in the cabin that the light came on. Looks like I'm not gonna be able to use the well tonight. I'm gonna have to go and do some research and figure out how to get this wired up correctly. So I'll catch back up with you guys whenever I'm ready to do that. It's a few days later and I've done a little bit of research into why my outlet's not working when the light switch comes on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down, pull the light switch and the outlet out of the box and bring it up into my cabin and take a closer look at it. But in order to do that, I need to turn the breaker off so there's no electric going down to it. And also I'm gonna put the panel back on because I know the breaker is good and it's wired correctly because the light switch will come on. So let's get this done and we can move on down by the well. As you can see, the panel is back on and this breaker is turned off. It's the last one I put in. So let's go down and get that stuff unhooked down there. Okay, I got it off. I'm gonna take this inside and sit down, let my hand warm up since I had to dig down in the snow for a screw. And let me see if I have it wired up correctly and if I can't figure out why it's not working. So let's go inside. So I think I figured out the problem here. I have the light switch. This is the light switch here. I have that wired correctly, but I have the white and black wires coming from the light switch going into the load side of the outlet, and they should be going into the line side because the load side is what goes out. So let me switch those up and go back out and see if it works. Okay, now I have it coming out of the light switch and going into the line. Before I had it on the load side. The load side comes out of the outlet and goes to the next outlet. So I think I got it correct this time. So let's go out and hook it up and see what happens. Now to test it out.